Buddha Shakyamuni is teaching the sacred Dharma, and his disciple, the Holy Mahasangha. Your Excellency, Your Honorables, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters in the Holy Dharma. Today marks a very special, very sacred day. It was for 3 trillion eons of purification and cultivation. Finally, Prince Siddhartha was born on earth, descended from Tushita heaven. That was 2,567 years ago. And when he was 35 years old, he reached the Buddhahood, the ultimate, limitless liberation, the freedom, the enlightenment that anybody in the entire universe, from the highest to the lowest, can achieve. That is Buddhahood. We must, of course, we understand, but remind ourselves, it is imperative that Prince Siddhartha was a human being, nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. And his enlightenment is the awakening of the potential-based destination that anybody, from the highest of the gods to the lowest of the sentient beings, can achieve. I can achieve Buddhahood. You can achieve Buddhahood. All the 8 billion human beings on this little planet Earth, in the corners of our galaxy, every one of them can achieve that enlightenment. Equal, absolutely equal. And after the enlightenment, when he was 35 years old, after enlightenment, after 7 weeks, he gave the first teaching. He manifested the words. That is, the manifestation, and that resonates what he became. He wants all of us to overcome. And peace, harmony, and contentment, the joy that he wants all of us to experience first, and then realize. Experience comes and goes, but realization is beyond time. I cannot say forever, because it is involved with the time, beyond time. Now, this first sutra, it is involved with Four Noble Truths. But then, basis of the Four Noble Truths is true. Suffering is to overcome. The joy, the happiness is to achieve. Why? Every sentient being, not only on earth, not only human beings, but every single sentient being, there's no one who wishes to suffer. There's no one who don't like to be happy. That is the base. And how can we overcome all aspects of suffering forever? Because in the second teaching, which followed the first teaching is when he put the Dharma chakra, the wheel of Dharma, in motion. But then he taught for 45 years after his enlightenment. In the second teaching, he taught about shunyata, because suffering as such does not have a dualistic ultimate entity. It is outcome of the basic ignorance. The ignorance, the idea of self, the I, everything starts with this. Long as there is I, there's others. Then the attachment, the greed is inevitable. Then anger, the aversion is inevitable. When these three things manifest, then jealousy and ego pride is inevitable. It is perpetual. Therefore, for us to overcome the suffering, then we have to overcome the ego, the self. The ego makes us feel we are the greatest of sentient being in the entire universe. The land of peace, non-violence, ahimsa, land of wisdom. And this makes it is so precious. Not only precious, but it is actually imperative. Buddha Shakyamuni, before enlightenment, was a human being. He attained enlightenment, the essence of human being and sentient being at large. Nothing else. And his enlightenment is for the benefit of all human beings, all sentient beings, only for the benefit of all sentient beings. Nothing else. Buddha's enlightenment have no other purpose but to make all sentient beings to be free from suffering by overcoming the cause and conditions of suffering. Simple as that. And then realizing the ever-present wisdom, the Buddha within. Buddha Shakyamuni, the enlightened Prince Dhat, of course, passed into paranirvana long time back, at the age of 80. But his essence is in each and every one of us. We, not only Buddhists, but we all living beings are the temple of Buddha. Essence of our mind is the Buddha. And it is or not, you just relax. You feel good. We can put this into this kind of simple context. It is not as simple as that to elaborate. We have to go through all the teachings. So now let us say to ourselves, we as a follower of Buddha, we should resonate his teaching through our life. And we as the follower of Buddha, we should always remember oneness of all human beings. Not only that, oneness of all living beings. Not only that, oneness of all living beings and its surroundings. We talk about environmental degradation, and we do things to make some stopgap measures to handle, which is very important. there's nothing which is not worth putting effort to. But ultimately, if we are in order, then our environment is in order. And our environment is in a degradative state. This proves that we are in a degradative state. So may Buddha bless all of us so that we overcome this by awakening the Buddha within, following his teaching, Four Noble Truths, Eightfold Noble Path, 6 Paramitas, etc., etc. Thank you very much, and may Buddha bless the entire humanity. May Buddha bless all sentient beings from the highest to the lowest. May Buddha bless the land of Buddha. And this great potential shines from here. When I see the introduction of the projects of IBC and also address of Honorable President, and also being in the presence of Honorable Minister of State and Venerable monks and Honorable Sirs and Madams, I feel the momentum is already started. Paradigm is already shifted. And there's no turning back, because the basic paradigm that we all think we know is friend, enemy, this, that, and then this makes me happy, this makes me upset. That paradigm is not really relevant. Now, paradigm has been shifted since enlightenment of Prince Dart. But it is always good to remind ourselves, we are good, we are okay. There's nothing that we have to take away from ourselves.
Thank you, His Holiness, for your illuminating talk. We are indeed blessed to listen to your divinely and magical words. It makes us proud when we listen. India, land of peace, land of humanity, ahimsa. भारत वर्षों तक विदेशी आक्रांताओं के आघातों को सहकर भी सेवा परमो धर्म